Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. And off we go from Vegas. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Raiders come out, and Greg, they make a change at quarterback in the offseason. It is now year 13 for Geno Smith, but year 1 in silver and black.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league. That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice gain.
Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33. Lockett headed in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Smith out of the backfield. It's Ashton Genty. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. They'll go play action. It's Smith. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. Geno's been around, knows how to slide and get out of harm's way after picking up the first down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
Play action now. It's Geno. On the run to the right. He'll take off again. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
10 yards.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Run right up the gut with Genty. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
A 7-yard gain.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Jerry Tillery getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Smith. That's caught by Tyler Lockett. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal. He's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And a Las Vegas 1st down.
And anytime you have a long drive going, you'd hate to have it stall out there. So that's a really nice job up front, making sure that that doesn't happen, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short gain.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Genty will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. He's got it, and the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead.
That's the score, Raiders 7, Chiefs nothing. Daniel Carlson.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Here's Smith to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
Sometimes we can make NFL football so complicated, Mike. There's different schemes, the personnel, different approaches to how to play the game. But when it all comes down to it, the best teams in the league, they simply just find a way to win. It might look different week in and week out. It might take 40 passes or it might take 40 runs. It could be a shootout or a slugfest. It doesn't matter. They are comfortable operating in all situations, and all you got to do, like Al Davis said, just win, baby. Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
He'll drop to throw. To the outside, catch made by Worthy. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
In trouble, and down he goes. Max Crosby, motor always running, gets there for the sack.
And it's 4th
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On fourth down, it's Matt Ariza to punt for KC. Back deep for the Raiders, it's Trey Tucker. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Raiders offense ready now for their second drive. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. They go play action with Smith. Overrun him in a flash, and he lost the football. And did the Chiefs get it? They did. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Chiefs offense ready to take over for their second possession. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Short throw, caught by the tight end, Gray. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
That's good.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Chiefs have a first down.
A gain of 17 yards.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
Kansas City.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
That 1st and goal sack now changes everything defensively. Like, you imagine that you're in a 4-down territory where the offense is going to try to take advantage of the field position and punch it in over the goal line. Now, can you hold up on 2nd and 3rd down and come away with forcing a field goal, which in this situation I think is a huge win.
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again.
It's hard to imagine where this offense found themselves just 2 plays earlier. Now after suffering 2 sacks, this 3rd and goal looks a heck of a lot different than it did not too long ago.
Back-to-back sacks back them up. What's going to happen now on 3rd and goal? That is caught side of the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Well, you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On second down, Smith. Forced out wide. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
A run. Genty. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
The truth is, Mike, they just aren't getting the push they need up front. This defense has been a motivated group these last couple plays, and now for the second straight time, they failed to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Third and long. From the gun, it's Gino. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And we're back in Vegas after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2 as they are set to start the drive with first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Max Crosby in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
Let's give a lot of credit to the defensive plan that this coaching staff has come up with coming into today's game. Every time it seems like the offense makes an adjustment, the defense counterpunches. Different looks, different fronts, different pressure packages. They have had all the answers so far, and the sacks just keep piling up.
They put Kelsey in motion. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Throwing now on third and long. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And good coverage by Putty. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Raiders offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. That's into the hands of the rookie, Dante Thornton. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 2. Smith to throw. Pass caught right side by Thornton. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards.
17 yards, the gain there. First down, Vegas.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Keep it on the ground with Genty. Space to run inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Raiders. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Carlson now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Raiders will move out to a 14-7 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Nico Remigio to bring it back. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 7. They'll throw out of the gun. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Max Crosby in for the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's 3rd down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line. And if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Headed left, buying time. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Genty. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Smith. He'll air it out down the middle. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
The Chiefs offense headed back to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. This caught right side by Worthy. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Oh, a loose football. It looked like one of the Chiefs is able to recover, and they hold on to the ball.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want, but now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier, because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line.
At their own
The Raiders
15-yard
offense
line.
and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Smith. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 27
That's good for 27 and a first down.
First down.
And after being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one, and they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
On 1st and 10, it's Genty. And a good run there. He'll get him 5 yards.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. In motion, that's Thornton. He'll go again with Genty. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Gino to throw. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Leo Chenal gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Now Smith. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down. They'll try the jet sweep with Thornton. And they'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and not going to be a lot of gain.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller, him and the quarterback, seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Once again, it's Genty. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Carlson following the made field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. Remigio now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to take over once more. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. He has Rocket over the middle. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's a designed run.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
33-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Gino. That's into the hands of Horton. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Now timeout Vegas. That is their second, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This one from 54 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. 2nd half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
Daniel Carlson.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They put Kelsey in motion. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. he's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Raiders offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. They run out of the gun with Genty. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Chris Jones, the All-Pro, there on the tackle.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Gina. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it out to Ashton Genty that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
All right, so in these 3rd and short, 3rd and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league, Mike, kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have 4th down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete, just brings up a challenging 4th down decision.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Chiefs offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Xavier Worthy. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 38-yard line.
A give here to Pacheco. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll go with the sneak. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A run. It's Pacheco. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here comes the blitz, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Max Crosby in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got to double team him or keep sliding the protection to him, I don't care what they got to do. Someone has to block this guy because he's completely destroying the entire game.
He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
And Butker on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs are back within 6.
Raiders 20, Chiefs 14.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Mostert now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Gino. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big-time play for Vegas. 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Raider first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the first down.
And he'll get about 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll run with Genty. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to fight any see if he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, this is why the head coach makes the big bucks, Mike, to make decisions like that. I think at this point in the 3rd quarter, you have a chance to really make a statement by coming away with 6. I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going for it on here on 4th down. I'm being aggressive.
Lockett headed in motion. They'll go. Smith. That is Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Smith leading them to the line as they get set to go for 2.
The Raiders will line up for the...
He's going to try to do it himself. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
14.
He tried to remain a passer for as long as he could, but then he decided to call his own number and see if he could take it in himself. Really nice job by the defense, keeping the integrity of the pass coverage, and I think next time that ball's got to come out of his hand, and even if it's incomplete, give your guy a chance.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Remigio now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself.
Oh, the ball's out. One of the Raiders has got it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Raiders will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Chiefs 14.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Remigio now on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Begin with a zone read. And that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's over the middle. And caught by Rice. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They get 16 on that connection. First down, KC.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm.
The ball comes out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And that's not going to do it. They'll get about 3, but it's 4th and long coming up.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
That is fielded at the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Well, Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. On 1st and 10, here's Smith. That is taken in left side by Thornton. And he's very close to a 1st down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 41-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and inches. They'll run to begin the 4th, and here's Genty. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
It is complete. He finds Lockett. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Vegas.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They go play action with Smith. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Run right up the gut with Genty. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
42-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Gino to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
The Raiders have their punt team out there.
For the Raiders.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And while he's still a rookie and he's going to have his ups and downs, this is the player they thought they were getting when they selected him in this previous year's draft. I mean, he looked almost like a savvy veteran there, baiting that quarterback into that throw. He had great anticipation. He was on time in his drive, and then he plucks that ball out of the air, and he almost looks like a wide receiver.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. On 1st down is Smith. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Throwing on 2nd down. Smith. Forced out left.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Third down and 9. From the shotgun, Smith. He's got it inside the 5. And he's in. Jack Best. Touchdown, Vegas. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Carlson now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Remigio now on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Chiefs offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw here to begin the drive.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. And in motion is Brown. Quick hitting slant there, and he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 5. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Max Crosby. He gets through to drop him, and it's a loss of 4.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
3rd and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Price. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
24-yard gain on the play. And a 1st down, Chiefs.
Here's Pacheco. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack. to get anything going, and whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
That'll be caught. Juju Smith-Schuster. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
28 yards.
It'll be first and goal. That's a gain of 28.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line.
I don't mind the call. Down here this close to the goal line, you're trying to account for the extra defenders. In this case, you're trying to read them, but give credit to the defense. They had the running back accounted for and the quarterback.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
They're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's fourth and goal.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. To the end zone, it's intercepted.
Just think back to a few plays ago, Mike. This offense is finding themselves entering the red zone. It looked like we're about to see a touchdown, but that's how fast things can change in this game. The defense finds themselves with their back against the wall, coming up with a huge fourth down stop. Not only do they keep points off the board, but it's nicer to do it when you come off with the ball in your hand.
The Raiders offense ready to take over once again. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point, and now they'll try to finish up strong. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. Up the sideline at the 35. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
That's good for a Las
Here's a
Vegas
case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
On the handoff, this is Genty. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
41. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
From the gun, it's Gino. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jack Best that time. And now it's fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And he could Couldn't get that one to check up, and it'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Adam Butler getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
I think the defense came in confident that they'd be able to get after the quarterback, right, Mike? When we met with them this week, they felt like they had a really good plan, some exotic looks, some different pressure packages, and it's worked to perfection. I'm not sure they thought they'd be 1 sack away from breaking the NFL record for the most sacks in a single game, but here we are.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. This one down the field, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense, Geno Smith, getting ready for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. 1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, it's Smith. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Genty. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
McDuffie on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Chiefs' 16-yard line.
Off the play fake. Smith finding his tight end there. And he's going to have the 1st down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. Here's Genty. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Raiders add on to their already sizable lead.
Raiders 47, Chiefs 14.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Remigio now on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll do so with first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
They put Kelsey in motion. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
12 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
So the Black Holes